master the tennis serve with this 3-drill progression. So I'm not actually a huge fan of progressions because they can build hitches into your swing, and if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you some tips to avoid that. But in the case of the serve, we have to make an exception because it's just so hard to learn and so counterintuitive. But let's go ahead and get on with the first drill. So for drill number 1, you're going to start with your racket choked up at the throat, and you're going to start with your arm collapsed and the edge of your racket leading into the ball. This is a very important position to start with. Each time you do the drill, go back and look back. Make sure the edge of the racket is pointed up and your arm is collapsed, it's bent. You notice I have that continental grip. And all you're going to try to do is throw the ball up and hit it by going from this position to what we call the wristwatch position. You're just going to go from on edge to wristwatch and you're going to strike the ball. And that's really what we see from every high-level tennis server in the game. So that's pretty easy, right? Just go from here, edge of the racket, to the wristwatch position. Anyone can do that. But the catch for this drill is, I want you to try to deliver a glancing blow to the ball where you're striking the ball as the racket's still progressing up. Really try to film yourself when you do this drill and make sure contact is on the inside of the hand. The racket's going to come from the inside to the outside, and when it's on the inside, it's still progressing up. So try to produce forward rotation over your head from edge to wristwatch. See if you can spin it to win it. So why am I so big on learning spin right from the beginning? Well, basically, the things you have to do to produce spin, continental grip, lead with the edge, these are also really going to help you with your flat serve eventually. But just because you can go out there and pancake that thing like IHOP doesn't mean you're ever going to learn a second serve. All right, all you're going to do for drill number 2 is go ahead and move your hand down the grip and try to repeat that same drill. I don't know why, but you're just going to notice that it's a lot harder to create that forward rotation over your head when you're down lower. So what you can do is you can bounce back and forth from the choked up drill to the lower grip drill until you really get it in the lower grip position. But just start with those same checkpoints, edge of the racket pointing up, arm collapsed, finish in the wristwatch position, and see if you can make contact on the inside of the hand with a little room to brush up. Now make sure you do these drills from standing close up. You'll notice I'm standing here because you can't really hit hard from just that basic progression. But we're not trying to hit hard right now. This is the aspect of the serve that's really going to help you with consistency, and you'll find it's going to be easier just to swing the racket a little faster later on. But for the last drill, we are going to start by adding a little distance and travel to the racket. So rather than starting here, we're going to start from the hairbrush or salute position, which drops right into that next position that we just started at. So now you're down on the racket, continental grip, the racket's over your head, and nice and loose, you're just going to try to incorporate some travel and drop of the racket into that drill. So I'm still going for spin, I'm still finishing in the wristwatch position, and I'm just going to let the racket drop over my head. Notice my elbows pointed back, the racket's passing over my head. I'm going to drop and just really combine those 2 drills. Now you can actually hit a pretty good serve right from this position, from this hairbrushing or saluting position. So feel free to go back to the baseline and try to continue that drill where the racket drops back over your head and you're trying to produce forward rotation. But don't be afraid to go back to the previous drills if you ever feel like you're losing that external rotation of the arm and producing that spin. Now the trick with these drills is to not get stuck on one for very long. Once you feel like you've mastered one of the drills, go ahead to the next one. If you feel like you're ever losing one, go back to the previous one. But the serve needs to be loose and fluid, so make sure to progress through them quickly so you can learn to hit the best serve of your life. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.